The next date to keep an eye on, by the way, July 27th. That's when the Packers are scheduled to report to training camp. Let's get Adam Schefter in here. He broke the news on draft night back in April that Rodgers wanted out. Adam, has Rodgers' stance softened at all now that OTAs have started without him?
Not in the slightest bit, Laura. In fact, yesterday I was told he is quote unquote strong as hell in his stance. And again, let's just let the facts tell the story. He did not attend OTAs, foregoing a $500,000 workout bonus for the first time in his career. This is the very first time in his career that he's missed a mandatory minicamp, which subjects him to a $93,000+ fine that the Packers can waive. And then you heard his closest friends on the team today say they have no idea if and when he'll be back. Well, he's not there, and they don't know if he's coming there. And the Packers organization has been meeting with him for 5 months now, trying to persuade him to come back, and he's still not any closer to being back, and he's still mad as hell. Then what does that tell you? It tells you that the Green Bay Packers need to start preparing for life without Aaron Rodgers. And it was explained to me this way also, that Aaron Rodgers, if he were to come in and elevate this franchise the way he has throughout his career and win an MVP, and they win games and championships and titles and all those things, guess what? That shines a light on all the people that he does not want to shine a light on. He doesn't want them to look any better than they have when these relationships have been what they've been. So there are a whole host of factors, but if we just slice through it all and look at the facts tell us that the Green Bay Packers have a major problem on their hands.
Adam with us until 5 p.m. We've known this whole time, RC, this is not a money thing. It's not a football thing necessarily. It's personal. So as you hear Adam's point there about if Aaron Rodgers shows up and plays and makes this Packers front office look good, that's not what he wants at all. How does that make you feel about this entire conversation?
I mean, I've been saying it from the beginning that this was personal, that it wasn't about business. And depending on how you look at things, how you feel about things, you can either feel that Aaron Rodgers is in the right or Aaron Rodgers is on the side of wrong because he's not upholding to what his contract says he's supposed to do based on personal feelings. But that's why when you ask David Bakhtiari or Davante Adams what they expect Aaron Rodgers to do, they have no clue because this is based in emotion. This is based on what you feel. This is no longer about an organization and its Hall of Fame quarterback. This is about a couple's dispute. And you know what happens in couples disputes? It doesn't matter what the facts say. It doesn't matter necessarily of who's wrong or who's right. It matters about what people feel. And what Aaron Rodgers feels is he's been done wrong by the individuals that are executives for the Green Bay Packers. He separated that from the organization. And so there's no telling where those emotions will take him or when those emotions will subside. So if you're the Green Bay Packers, you have to know that you're in a whole heap of trouble and you better be getting ready to play without Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, listen, RC, you're right on the money that it's personal. I think it's interesting, Adam's nugget there about, being explained to him in a way that, if Aaron comes back and the team has success, then, it's basically going to shine light and give credit to people that Aaron, doesn't want to have, credit given to. Listen, there's nothing more personal than that. And in many ways, it kind of, stinks to hear that if you're part of a team. And the team isn't just made up of players. It's made up of coaches and people that, work in the front office and in other areas of the organization. And that's a really bad look. And that's why I think this is about as ugly as I've seen it in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. All of that to say, it's pretty interesting to hear some of those players talk because those guys certainly have his back, especially the guys that have been with him for a little while. Because if Aaron Rodgers is wrong by, not wanting other people to get credit, well, I think that those players still also believe that it was wrong to have a quarterback play as well as he did and then have a quarterback drafted without any notice.
David Bakhtiari and Davante Adams did exactly what friends are supposed to do. I tell my friends all the time, I'm with you when you're right, and I'm even with you when you're wrong, at least publicly. They did exactly what you're supposed to do if you're a part of that team. I love that solidarity. I love the way they're rocking with him. But at the end, David Bakhtiari showed a little bit of his true Green Bay Packer teammate self and said, I'd be crazy if I said I didn't want the MVP back in this locker room.
Because, Ron, they know that if he's not back, that they will be one of the worst teams in football. And if he is back,
Ooh.
they will be amongst the best with a chance to compete for a
Wow.
Super Bowl title, which again will justify Aaron Rodgers' feelings and stance and decision with whatever he decides to do. But if he stays away and doesn't show up there and the Packers struggle, that will validate his feelings. And if he goes in and plays like the MVP that he is, one of the greatest players of all time, which he is, and they win, well, guess what? What a job by the president. What a job by the GM. What a job by all those people that helped bring back Aaron Rodgers and keep the Packers where they have always been. And so,
I tell you what, guys. I tell you what, though, Adam, we won't get Michael Jordan and Jerry Krause in the last dance then. We will get the dance that was interrupted by Aaron Rodgers' feelings. He won't have to say, I hated Jerry and brought him championships. He'll say, I ain't like those dudes, so I ain't go play and win no games. Because obviously, he took that personally.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.